Have you ever noticed this? Right when you're done, right when you say, I can't do this anymore, right before you quit trading, you suddenly trade better than ever. Cleaner entries, calmer decisions, no panic, no revenge. Almost like the market finally respects you. And that moment messes with your head because you think, where was this version of me the whole time? Today, I want to break that down because this isn't random. It's not luck. It's psychology. And once you understand why you trade best right before you quit, you can access that state without destroying yourself first. Let's start here. Why does this happen to so many traders? Why does clarity come only after exhaustion? Why do you become disciplined only when you're about to walk away? Here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't trade better because you're about to quit. You trade better because something finally died inside you. Let's break it down. Point number 1. You stop trying to prove yourself. Think about how you normally trade. You want to win, not just money, validation. You want the market to tell you you're smart, capable, special. So every trade carries weight. Every loss feels personal. You're not trading setups. You're trading your identity. That pressure is invisible, but it's heavy, and it leaks into everything. You hesitate, you overmanage, you move stops, you add size, you chase, not because you're undisciplined, but because you're emotionally invested in being right. Now, fast forward to the moment you're done. You've lost enough. You're tired of caring. You tell yourself, this is probably my last week anyway. And something shifts. You don't need to prove anything anymore. You're not trying to be a hero. You're not trying to recover losses. You're not trying to impress anyone, including yourself. So you trade clean. You follow rules because there's no emotional reward left in breaking them. You're not attached, and detachment is deadly in trading. Most traders never realize this. They think discipline comes from effort, from forcing yourself to behave. It doesn't. It comes from removing the emotional need to be right. Right before you quit, that need collapses and your trading improves overnight. Point number 2. You finally respect risk, not intellectually, emotionally. Earlier in your journey, you know about risk management. You've read it, heard it, nodded along, but you don't feel it. Losses still feel abstract. You think in outcomes, you imagine wins, you picture what the money could do. So risk becomes negotiable. Stops become suggestions. Now look at you right before quitting. You've been humbled. The market has taken something from you. Confidence, ego, illusions. And suddenly, risk feels real. You're no longer careless with it. You don't say, it'll probably work. You say, if this loses, I'm done. So you protect yourself. You size down. You wait for confirmation. You let trades breathe. You cut losers fast. Because now, loss isn't just a red number. It's emotional pain you don't want to feel again. This is loss aversion kicking in. Your brain finally associates reckless risk with real consequences. And here's the irony. That fear, when controlled, it sharpens you. It doesn't paralyze you. It makes you precise. Most traders blow accounts before they ever learn this lesson. Right before quitting, you finally learn it. Point number 3. You stop overtrading. Not because you became disciplined, but because you're tired. Mentally tired, emotionally tired. You've chased enough charts, forced enough setups. You've stared at screens hoping something would save the day, and it didn't. So now, you don't want action. You want peace. You don't need to be in the market. You don't need stimulation. You're okay sitting out. And that's when the best trades appear, because you're selective. You wait. You don't trade boredom. You don't trade frustration. You trade clarity. Earlier, you overtraded because trading was emotional regulation. It gave you dopamine. It gave you hope. It distracted you from doubt. Now, you're numb, and numbness removes impulse. This is why so many traders say, I traded best when I stopped caring. What they really mean is they stopped using trading to fill an emotional void. They stopped forcing the market to give them something, and the market finally stopped punishing them for it. Point number 4. You accept uncertainty. This is huge. Most traders fight uncertainty. They want certainty. They want confirmation. They want guarantees. So they analyze more, add indicators, watch more videos, ask for opinions, all to reduce discomfort. Right before you quit, you accept the truth. You don't know what will happen, and you're okay with that. You don't need certainty anymore. You've already accepted the worst-case scenario, so uncertainty loses its power. This is where execution becomes effortless. You see a setup, you take it. No overthinking, no second-guessing, because you're not trying to control the outcome. You're just executing a process. That's professional-level thinking, but most traders can only access it after emotional collapse. They have to be broken before they become calm. You don't need to be broken. You just need to understand this. Point number 5. You finally trade for the right reasons. Early on, trading is about escape. Escape a job, escape a life, escape feeling average. So every trade carries desperation, and desperation poisons decision-making. Right before quitting, you're not trading to escape anymore. You've accepted reality. You're trading because it's the system, the routine, the craft. You're trading because the setup is there, not because you need money, not because you need a win, not because you're afraid. This is intrinsic motivation, and it's powerful. You do the right thing because it's the right thing, not because of reward, not because of fear. And that mindset, that's what consistency is built on. So let me ask you something. Why does it take almost quitting to reach this state? Because most traders are addicted to hope. Hope keeps you emotional. Hope keeps you attached. Hope keeps you impulsive. Only when hope dies does clarity appear. But here's the part nobody tells you. You don't have to quit to trade like this. You just have to let go of who you think you need to be. You have to stop needing trading to validate you. Stop needing it to save you. Stop needing it to make you feel enough. When you trade like you have nothing to prove, you trade clean. When you trade like you can walk away, you trade free. The market doesn't reward effort. It rewards neutrality. It rewards patience. It rewards emotional maturity. Right before quitting, you accidentally embody all three. The goal is to do it on purpose. So how do you access this state without burning out? You simplify. You reduce size until fear disappears. You trade fewer setups. You journal emotions, not just numbers. You measure success by execution, not profit. You detach your self-worth from outcomes. And most importantly, you build a life outside the charts. Because the less you need trading, the better you trade. If this hits something deep, you already know why. You've been there, or you're close. Don't quit, but don't cling either. Learn to trade like you have freedom to walk away. That's where the edge is. If you want more of this kind of thinking, more decoding of the mental game nobody talks about, you know what to do. Subscribe, stay sharp, and trade like your identity isn't on the line. Because it isn't.